Well,
All right,
welcome.
welcome guys to our number one of our podcast.
Yes.
We don't know what we're gonna name it. That's gonna be another thing.
You guys should drop it in the comments below.
Yeah, so we're either gonna name it, what is it, Coffee and Cigs, or Lot Talk.
Lot talk.
Lot Talk. So we got a couple things, but what I want to do here, guys, is more than anything is I want to, interview my salespeople, get to know your salesperson, but also talk into the car business. Little things here and there that that everybody wants to hear. Because usually people just catch us on the live and they ask us questions there. But that's what I'm here to do. I'm here to answer any questions, anything like that. So, Adriana, how was your day today?
My day today was great, actually. I signed delivered a customer that we actually sold on Saturday. So my morning was pretty busy. And then I also signed up a customer that wanted to refinance their vehicle. So that took up all my morning, was signing and delivering one, and then also doing the refinance for the other customer.
Nice, perfect. How many cars are you going to sell this month?
A lot. Not enough, sir.
Not enough.
Never enough. It's never enough.
Well, that's awesome. Well, I mean, it's been a weird month. I think everybody can kind of understand that it's been a weird month, and it's been a slow month. But nonetheless, we got to make the best of it. In this business, we have to make the best of it. So
Yeah, we do.
We wrote down a lot of questions that the viewers had, and hope I answer them all, and then we'll go from there. So, besides that, what do you think about Stellantis right now?
Stellantis right now, oh my God, I think it's in like a developing stage. We went to NADA, guys. We went to NADA, and Stellantis has a lot of things that are in the works. This is the year of execution for them, and we're excited to see the new products that they're going to be launching. And Stellantis is, I don't know, a lot of people were happy, and then a lot of people were also unhappy when it came to a lot of things. But I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful that these new products do bring up the brand, because it needs something, and
Right.
Hopefully.
No, I think they have a lot of stuff in the works. I'm
Yeah,
really
they do.
excited about the stuff that they have in the works. To be honest with you, the fact that they laid off of the EVs was a really, really big thing. They're bringing the V8s back, and I
Yes.
think in the Stellantis meeting they said that they were even going to put the V8s on the Grand Cherokees. And what else?
Imagine that, guys. Imagine that.
What else?
They want to put them. They want to put the V8 on. They want to put Hemi on everything. They want to put it on the Gladiators. They want to put it on the Grand Cherokees. They really. I wouldn't be surprised if they also want to do that on their Pacificas.
Yeah.
So that would be interesting to see as well.
Perfect. So, what is your honest opinion on where the brand is headed right
The
now?
brand, I think it's heading to a good spot. It's just going to take a little bit to get there. I know some brands are already established with their product and quality. I think Stellantis is rebuilding that name, rebuilding the quality. And so far it's been good, but we are in that transition period.
I know. Every time I wake up and I'm like, okay, hopefully everything gets better.
I hope so.
But it is, honestly, the car business is a roller coaster. You should know that. You're too young to really know. Well, we're not too young, but you're too young to know about all the struggles we had back in the day. For cash for clunkers, all of that stuff. So it's definitely taking a toll, but we're staying optimistic. Service and parts is booming. You're helping me out with the social media thing.
Yes.
What do you think about the social media thing?
I love it. I am super glad that you are able to back me up on this, because it's something that I kind of did when I was in service. Back when I was an advisor, I kind of did it. I filmed a couple of days in my live type of vlog videos, but I didn't get the momentum or the push until I got to sales, and it was because of you and the movement. So I'm super grateful, and I'm also super excited to also continue to be creative and just show more behind the scenes.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. So how's everything else been with you?
Everything else has been great. I have been consistent. I post every single day, even on days off. I just want to make sure that, because I've said it before on my videos, this business really does reward consistency and discipline, and I reflect that on my social media a lot. So, guys, stay tuned for a lot more content.
Perfect. Oh, perfect. So me and you having a conversation.
Yes.
Right? Me and you having a conversation. How long you been in the car business?
I have been in the car business for 5 years.
5 years. Okay. How long you been in sales?
6 months.
6 months. So you've been in sales in 6 months.
Yeah.
What is your opinion in coming into sales in the hardest market ever? What is your opinion on that?
It's been challenging, nonetheless, but it's also about what you make of it, because we have great salesmen out there that are selling like 20 plus cars, and the market doesn't matter to them. It's about you as a person, as a brand, and you executing that.
I think that's the best thing that you could do. You know, you can blame everything else, or you can, take the bull by the horns and actually say, hey, you know what? I don't care how the market is. I'm gonna be better.
Like you said, nobody cares. Just work harder.
Nobody cares. Work harder. I have it on
That's
my
right.
bracelet as a reminder every single day that at the end of the day, nobody cares. Work harder.
Exactly.
Now, you coming into sales, coming from service, I'm very curious to know, like honestly, really, really curious to know what the transition was from service to sales, because I've always tried to find for my new up and coming talent, I always want to find the road to success, right? And my road to success has always been, all right, you go from sales, you go from sales to finance to the desk, so on and so forth. But, going to all these workshops and kind of getting to know a little bit more, my honest opinion, I want to see what your thoughts were going from service to sales. Do you think, how do you feel about that? Because honestly, I'm thinking of changing my whole business model on how I develop new talent and going strictly from sales, maybe to service, and then maybe back to sales. And because honestly, you've had great success, and I don't know if it's just you as an individual or your experience in service. What was your experience with that?
My experience with service was great. I did service. I went from a quick lane advisor to a main shop advisor, and I did that over a course of 5 years. Well, actually 4.5, give or take. So I kind of had an idea of what to expect when it came to sales, because I had been in the business. I thought I had an idea, but the reality was that there is a lot of behind the scenes stuff. There is more than just, because a lot of customers think that we're just pushing cars out, and that's not entirely true. We do have to focus on the structure and just everything in between. So my honest first impression was that, wow, this isn't as easy as people make it seem to be, because there's a lot of steps.
Right, and in service, in my opinion, you deal with a lot of things that the salesman kind of just push out to you, right?
Yes.
If anything goes wrong, anything blows up. And you were back there whenever I first got promoted to general manager, and I spent some time back there in service, and I made it a goal of mine to say, you know what, I'm going to spend as much time as I can in service and learn and teach it myself. Coming from someone that never knew service whatsoever, I went in there, I sat down, and I think I was asking you a bunch of questions, and I was looking at how you wrote up tickets and why you guys did what you did.
Yeah, you questioned a lot of, you questioned the process, and that was refreshing, honestly.
Right, I was always telling you, hey, why? Why is this done? Well, that's the way we've done it.
Yeah.
But why? It doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Logically, it does not make sense to me. Please explain it to me why. And I kind of taught myself with the help of Adriana and a lot of other people back there. I kind of taught myself how to do service, but I think more than anything, understanding service and understand what they deal with back there made me a better operator in the front.
Correct.
You got to have some sympathy when it comes to the service advisors. They take a lot of crap.
Yes.
They take a lot.
I think that's what helped me in sales, because sales is dealing with a lot of rejection, and I built somewhat of a thick skin in service because everybody was just giving you crap all the time.
Well, that's one thing that I always the one thing I always tell everyone. Who are the most successful salespeople? They're the ugly ones.
Yeah.
They're like, well, what do you mean, Adrian? That seems kind of shallow. Well, the best salespeople are always the ugliest ones. Well, why? Because they're used to rejection.
Yeah, 100%.
And as a salesperson, you got to be used to rejection, and you got to be okay with it. Honestly, that's the thing that I've always used, and it's funny thinking about it now. But yes, 100%, you have to be able to deal with rejection better than anyone, and can't let it mess with your head.
Yeah.
People that are successful in this business are not the people that are the smartest. They're the people that are most adaptable to change, and the people that won't let little things affect them in their head.
100%.
That's the key. Don't let it affect in your head.
Yeah, you have to have a strong mindset.
You
and
do.
I thought I had a good one in service, and then sales kind of hit me like a truck. But at the end of the day, I just continue to get better and learn, and I think you also become successful in this business if you're willing to learn and innovate. Because if you get stuck to your old ways, you're never gonna push forward.
That's 100% true. Now, I mean, transitioning from service to sales was one thing, but now that you're in sales, you have been doing it a little bit successfully for a couple months. How much have you changed in 6 months? How much has the market changed for you personally in 6 months? I can honestly tell you it's changed a lot for me.
It's changed a lot. 100%.
I mean, just with the social media alone, you know, it has been
Yeah.
a huge, huge change. But as this progresses, where do you feel that the market is? Like a genuine question, where do you feel the market is?
I think right now the market is hitting like a little slump because I've noticed that in the past 6 months, I found myself doing double the work to catch up with those sales that I did in the very beginning.
Right.
So I've noticed that I have to go through so many more no's to get a yes. And at the beginning, I was only going through maybe like 3 no's and then a yes. Now I have to go through like 15 no's to get a yes. And so that's kind of like, that's just, I'm only speaking from my experience, but I know a lot of salespeople also feel that way, that they have to do double the work to get back on their feet or to, stay afloat.
All right, so we got to answer some of these comments that are being posted online, okay?
Okay.
I know that you take it a lot more seriously than I do. What are your thoughts whenever people attack my hair?
Oh my God. I think it's funny, guys. I mean, it's nothing new, but I think it's just mean. Like, people should mind their own business.
Yeah.
You're going to get hair plugs. We're going to go to Turkey.
I got promoted to general manager at the age of 30, and I already had no hair.
Yeah.
So first, I don't blame the title, and I don't blame, and here's the weird part about it. Nobody in my family has lost their hair.
That's crazy.
My grandpa's 85 years old, and he's got more hair than I do.
That's crazy.
So, it's 15 years of being in the car business. You got to grind it out. I've always been 100%, a million miles going forward, and I've always had a big, big goal. So you already know my goal. When I got promoted to GM when I was 30 years old, I was a GSM at 26.
Yeah.
I was a finance director at 21, 22. My goal has always been one. I have a long-term goal and very short-term goals that go along with
Yes.
it. The long-term goal is always to own a dealership.
Yeah.
My main goal is always to own a dealership. Now, yes, it's good to have long-term goals, but then you also have to go and say, all right, in order to get to the long-term goal, how am I going to narrow it down to a shorter-term goal? What's my 10-year goal? What's my 15-year goal? What's my 5-year goal? What's my 3-year goal? What's my 1-year goal?
Yeah.
So since I came into the sales department, I went into finance, I did sales, I was GSM, finance director, GM. Now I'm at this point where we have to innovate, right? I was able to create a lot of different things with the parts department and the sales department and social media, but now the goal here is to just grind it hard until I'm able to own a dealership. So if I ever own a delership, what would you like me to buy? Be honest.
Something.
You gotta be honest.
Something cheap.
Forget about the hate.
For something cheap. No, I definitely. I'd see you either. You're a smart person, so like I know you wouldn't buy a CDJR store, right? I know you wouldn't do that. I think you're very smart. You're very strategic. So I definitely see you with something that has a good profit margins and stuff like that. So I see either like a Mitsubishi in the works, Volkswagen, or even Toyota. Even though that would take a lot of capital up in the front.
Toyota would be a dream, but again, we go back into the long-term and short-term goals. My goal is to become an owner, right?
Yeah.
If everything works out and I hit the lotto today, I'm buying a Toyota store.
Yeah.
That's ultimately what I would want to do, but that's not going to happen. I gotta start off small and then go from there and keep it going. So, Toyota store is definitely the goal.
Yeah,
But I gotta, unfortunately, I gotta take it slow. I gotta take it slow and then get my first point and then leverage it and then purchase another one, so on and so forth and everything. But yeah, that'd be great. Another comment that is being said a lot is that a lot of people wouldn't work for me because I'm a micromanager.
Ooh.
Me personally,
Ooh.
I'm a micromanager.
But
I guess that's the title.
Question.
I guess that's the title that people are giving me. I personally don't see it as bad.
I don't see it as bad because I think that's just like outside looking in because they haven't sat down and actually worked with you. Are you a micromanager? I think the answer is yes, but you hold people accountable. You don't take BS. You want to find out the answers and you want to make sure that we have the tools and support to get to those answers and get those achievements completed and stuff like that. So I don't necessarily think that you're a micromanager, and people may see it that way because we get paid on results, not by the hour.
Right.
And you have to.
We get paid on results, not time invested, is one of the things
Exactly.
that I told you. And ever since you came on sales, I've always told you. I told you, Adriana, be careful what you wish for.
Yeah.
And you tell me, Adrian, I want you to mentor me. And I said, I'm going to stop you right there and I'm going to tell you, be careful what you wish for.
Yeah, you did.
No, well,
you have warned me a lot of times.
As soon as you asked me, every person that asked me for me to mentor them, I always tell you, time out, think about it, go home.
Sleep on it.
Sleep on it.
Yeah.
Because you don't know what you're getting into. If I grab onto you and I mentor you, I'm going to make you the best. But
Yes.
there's going to be...
blood, sweat, and tears.
Literally, you know. I mean, I'm not one to throw computers and stuff like that, but,
Laura.
you know, but I am very aggressive. I don't take no for an answer. And the way I lead is very, very simple. It's going to be just, I lead by example. I don't want you to do something that I'm telling you. I just keep up with me. That's all you got to do.
Yeah, yeah.
Keep up with me.
It's been fun. It's been fun. I learn something new every single day.
Mm-hmm.
And like, just when you think you have it all figured out, something else comes in. So I mean, that's what's fun about sales. Service, it was pretty repetitive. Like, I mean, everybody would come in for an oil change, or everybody would come in for a check engine light. You know, so it was pretty repetitive in service. Whereas in sales, you do get more leverage and more situations, and you help people in a different way.
Right, and you know, right now we're currently live streaming as we're having this conversation, me and you, and somebody here on the live stream says, "Are you kidding me? You don't know what is it? You don't know what's wrong with micromanaging?" Wow, I guess people still see micromanaging as bad. Again,
why do you think that is, though?
Because
are they insecure?
So
are you scared to show results?
Well, my main thing is that I think micromanaging. The word micromanaging and the negative side behind it was made by people that have lost touch and have become irrelevant. So like me, right? If you're working a deal and your sales manager's busy or whatever the case might be, I'm going to go in there and I'm going to pencil the deal for you, right? Because I know my abilities and I know I can make it happen for you. And I know my other managers are there. And I can delegate that to them, but they're busy trying to sell more cars, you know? I almost sound like a hypocrite saying, "Hey, hurry up!" And this, I'm going to go in there and start penciling your deal and getting it out. Now, they consider that micromanaging, or it could just be a sales. I mean, most general managers haven't penciled a deal in 15, 20 years. So I can understand why somebody would say, "Hey, can somebody pencil this deal for me?" Because I want to empower my employees. I mean, here's the thing: the number one goal is, and everybody's got to remember this, is we work for the salespeople. Our main job is we are tools. My sales managers are tools. I am a tool. We are all tools to make salespeople better. So whatever you can utilize me for, my title means absolutely nothing. If you need help penciling a deal, TOing for a customer, whatever it is, yes. Do I have managers for that? I do. But I don't know about you guys, but I remember when I was a salesperson, I would ask my managers for help and they would turn me down. It wouldn't feel good. I definitely don't want to make any salesperson feel like that ever again. So if a salesperson, my door's always open and they tell me, "Hey, Adrian, can you relook at a deal for me?" My number one thing out of my mouth is not going to be. Yeah,
you're not going to turn them away. I mean, you've never turned me away.
I'm not going to turn you away.
I've never seen you do that.
Some people call it micromanaging. I call it, man, I never want to make my salespeople the way I felt whenever I grew up in the business. You know, I want to make sure that if they come out here and you ask me for help, I'm not going to say, "Well, Adriana, why are you coming to me? I'm the general manager. You need to go to your managers that I pay them to do this job." Okay? Is that the correct answer? It might be.
I mean,
it might be the correct answer, but at the end of the day, I know how she's feeling and I know how my salespeople are feeling when I say something like that, whether it's in a good tone or in a bad tone. It's what you portray, you know. You can't say, "I have an open door policy," and as soon as somebody walks in your door, you know, it becomes completely irrelevant what happens there. I mean, so some people call it micro, but I mean, it is what it is. At the end of the day, to each their own, you know. Some people tell me, "Well, Adrian, I've been in the car business 35 years. Well, yeah, that's what concerns me. The fact you've been in the business for 35 years.
Oh my God.
Shit. I mean, I hope that when I'm in the business 30 years, I'm going to own multiple points. I'm going to own multiple stores.
You will.
You know, so that's the biggest insecurity thing that anyone could say is I've been in the business for XXX amount of times. I'm going to tell you, I've been in the business 15 years. But what am I going to do with that knowledge? I'm going to share it with my clients. I'm going to share it with my customers. I'm going to share it with my salespeople because At the end of the day, if you guys become better, I become better, and I'm able to move on and go and do bigger things in my career. Empowering your people from the ground level is the key to long-term success, in my opinion. I mean, again, not everybody sees it that way.
Does that have to do with culture? Like, how do you imply a positive culture as a general manager?
The culture that I bring is a little different. I'm more of a fun type of guy. A lot of general managers are very uptight. They're very, don't talk to me. I'm a general. Don't text me. Every salesperson here has my phone number. Every technician, I would say 80% of my technicians, with the exception of the new ones, have my cell phone number. My service advisors, my cleaning crew.
Yeah.
Everyone has my phone number because you can always text me. Like, text me if you have a question. I'm not going to go and say, well, did you talk to your manager? Hey, you're coming to me for a reason. And if that's the case and you feel that you need to come to me for whatever reason, I'm going to go ahead and help you out. So the culture is everything. The culture, how fun of an environment you make it. Do you make it a hostile work environment? Here's the thing, guys. Here's the truth, Adriana. Do I always have a good day?
No.
Okay, I know. I don't
You're
always.
human. I mean, neither do I.
We don't all have a good day. But the thing is that I'm not going to come out here and take it out on my people because I'm not having a good day. That's not fair on them.
Yes.
I'm going to put on a fake smile for that day, for whatever's bothering me, and I'm going to try to move forward. You come up to me and you're like, hey, we got to film. And what do I tell you?
I feel bloated. Oh my God,
I feel bloated.
no.
Oh, no, I can't do it. It's like, well, you need to post today. I don't care what you do. You need to post. So there I go to post. But at the end of the day,
we do keep each other in check with that. And that's really nice.
That's 100%. So you wrote down some questions. Let's see. What do you got? Let's see.
I mean, in the topic of building a winning dealership culture, how do you motivate underperforming team members? I know the answer, but for the people that are watching.
How do you motivate underperforming team members? I mean, I basically show them the way. I mean, I try to show them the way as much as possible. I
mean, you do offer training for us. Mm-hmm. You do offer coaching. We do walk around trainings every month. Mm-hmm. We all get, Stellantis also has monthly trainings, and we get up to date with the new features and everything. So I think what you do to motivate the team members that are underperforming, you literally give us the tools in a silver platter, and it's up to us whether we take it or not.
Yeah, 100%. I can lead you to the water, but I can't force you to drink it.
Yes.
So yeah, I'm going to supply all the tools possible, and after I've done everything in my power, because here's the thing, when I have to fire someone, I failed.
Yeah.
Every time I have to fire someone, I always have to make sure that I did everything possible to make this person successful.
Yeah.
And if I fire them and that's not what happens, then, I feel bad. So I want to make sure that I provide everyone with that.
Right. That's right. How do you have a bigger role than people realize as a general manager. How do you protect the store's reputation in the long term?
In the long term? Building the proper culture.
Yeah.
Whether I'm here or not, that should be the culture. So I should not be the culture, I would say setter, but I should not be the culture, if that makes sense. The store should be able to build its own culture, its own, family, its own brotherhood, its own, from the managers all the way down. So in my opinion, if you build the culture of the store, and if you're not there and the store's still running smoothly, I think I've done my job of creating that. I should not be here to have everything running 100%. Right.
You're supposed to just create the systems.
Create the systems, create the processes, and then inspect what you expect.
Yeah. I mean, that's fair, and I mean, it's something that I know you do on a daily basis, for sure.
Yeah, crack the whip.
Exactly, for reals. What do you look for when hiring new salespeople? Is there something that you look for? Is there a specific trait that you notice when you're doing an interview? Because guys, believe it or not, Adrian actually does the interview. Like, he's involved in the interviewing process.
Yep.
I know some stores, the general manager doesn't even talk to none of that.
Right, exactly. So yeah, I do the interviews myself. Again, I have managers that do that, but I like to do them myself, at least the first interview. One thing that when I interview someone, the thing that I will definitely not hire, only on certain exceptions, is I've sold cars before.
Ooh.
Be honest with you. If you come to an interview with me and you tell me I sold cars once, I'm sorry. That's
Why is that?
because you've already quit on the job before. So you've already quit on the job before. Whether that was, and I'll make exceptions for that, whether that was because you had bad leadership. I mean, it's a red flag for me, but it's not a definite no, right?
Oh, I see.
So I have to find out, why did you leave the car business? Well, it was long hours. Well, nothing has changed. The hours are still long.
Yeah.
Well, it was a tough market. Well, guess what? Every day is a tough market.
Every day.
Because again, we can be in a tough market right now, and we still got salespeople selling 15, 20, 25 cars a month. So
Yes.
it's not a bad market for them. So you already have that losing mentality. So I like people that have never sold cars before. I like people that preferably have been in the fast food industry, believe it or not. You can say maybe because I come from the fast food industry, so I have a soft
Are you
heart.
a little biased?
Yeah, I'm a little biased
Oh my
because
gosh.
I mean I came from the fast food industry, but I've had really good luck with people in the fast food industry or in the customer service industry.
Definitely.
So those are some of the things I like. Now, don't get me wrong, I have hired people that have sold cars before. I have hired people.
Have you hired people with degrees?
Yeah, I've hired people with degrees. That's another red flag. By the way. I'm just joking. We just like to crap on Hector.
Shout out to Hector.
Yep.
Oh my God, that's funny. But it's very true. I think that people, you have to be ready to learn if you want to be in this business. And it's not so much about, yes, every job has long hours, but it's also about the work that you put in.
All right. Well, let me ask you something. What do you think about the hours that we have to work? What is your opinion? Because I have not been able to explain that one to anyone.
Yeah.
I get it. There needs to be work-life balance. I agree.
What is that?
Yeah,
Right,
exactly.
what is
But
that?
I'm just wired differently.
Yeah.
Again, if you value time with your family, that's great. I'll do everything in my power to be able to make you successful and still have. But again, I'm not like that. I want to make sure to give everything to my wife and daughter. I want to be able to provide for them. I want to be able to, when my daughter grows up and she's 18 years old and she wants to do X, she'll be able to do it because she can.
Yeah.
You know, and I hate all these young kids that are like, well, I want to be a lawyer. Well, I want to be a doctor. Okay, why? Well, that's what my school told me in order to, those are the highest paying jobs. Well, that's not what I want for my daughter, and that's what I don't want for my wife. I want my wife and my daughter to be able to have a choice. And by me working hard, losing hair, being stressed every single day, if that's what it takes to get to that point, then I'll work as hard as I can to be able to say, hey, you know what, my daughter wants to become a street artist, Well, street artist,
That's awesome.
I mean, there's no income, there's nothing. Well, don't worry about it because your dad's gonna.
I already set you up.
Yeah, I already set you up. Go do what you love to do.
Yeah.
Go live. Don't go out there and fulfill yourself or go with a partner just for financial stability.
Yeah.
Go do what you want. You're gonna be stable. That's why I wake up every morning. That's why I wake up every day. That's what motivates me. The fact that my wife and my daughter are gonna be able to do whatever they want when things get better as I progress in my business, because they've been my biggest support group.
Yes.
So as they support me to get better, they're going to be the ones benefiting from this 100%. Whenever I'm tired, whenever I'm frustrated, whenever I'm ready to give up, I always go back to that thing and I always say, hey, you know what? Why am I doing it?
Yeah.
You always have to have your whys. Why? You can't say because of money. Okay, that's not going to do anything. Why?
Yeah.
What is money going to provide? Financial freedom. What is money going to provide? It's also right now it's sacrificing a little bit of time so my daughter is able to have long-term happiness throughout.
Yeah.
100%.
I think. Well, I don't have kids. I am married, but I don't have kids. But I'm very much like you, where my work ethic aligns with yours because I'm willing to be here the long hours. I'm willing to come in on a Sunday. I'm willing to put in the work to make sure results do come in. So honestly, what do I honestly think about the hours? I honestly think they're not enough because I spend.
There's not enough time in it.
Exactly, it's not enough time because I spend a lot of time with customers on the phone, and then the end of the day hits, and I'm like, oh crap, it's time to go home. So I don't mind it. I honestly feel like it's not enough.
Well, hopefully one day we'll be able to build something out of this. And I think this is going to be the new wave of marketing, the new wave of getting in front of people.
Yes.
So in my personal opinion, I think we just gotta keep pushing. And again, not everyone aligns with my values. Not everyone aligns with
Right.
my goals. I don't expect anyone, I'm not gonna be here and, be an Andy Elliott
Yeah.
and be like, hey, everyone must have a six pack.
No,
I'm not gonna do that. What drives me might not drive you. What
Yeah.
drives me might not drive the rest of the people. That doesn't mean that you can't work for me. You can't
Exactly.
work with me. You just have to, what motivates you? What wakes you up in the morning? If you tell me, if I have a salesperson that says, hey, I have a wife and kids and, my son plays on Saturdays and salespeople work every single Saturday,
Yes.
And you tell me that's what you value most, then I'm going to figure out all right, well, let's get you selling some cars between Monday and Friday. That way you can have time every Saturday to be off. But you sell cars? Hey, there's
Yeah.
no problem. You sell me 15 cars, you do whatever you want. I don't care. If you value that, let me help you get there because that's what you value the most,
Yeah. Yeah, and that's really, it's really nice that you are open-minded like that because, yes, you do understand that not everybody has the same motivation. Not everybody has the same reason to get out of bed. So it is nice. I do feel like our work ethic aligns in that way. I do want to always get better. I always want to learn. And maybe people think that a lot of people out there are money orientated, and I'm not. Like, I would not leave my job to earn more money. I think knowledge is power, and I feel like I am more knowledge driven, and correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but that's just the way I think. I rather learn, stay, and continue to do better than just leave for a check.
Yeah,
Because money isn't everything, and oh my God, I'm gonna get canceled. But money isn't everything.
I mean, look, I agree and disagree with you. Money isn't everything, but it definitely makes life easier.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, lessons are expensive.
Yes.
Every single lesson is expensive. So mistakes are lessons. They're very expensive. So sometimes when you get experience and you're going to be making a lot of mistakes, it's better to, centralize them as much as you can.
Yeah.
I mean, that's to you. I mean, I think honestly, money isn't everything, but money does make life easier, which is good. But at the end of the day, if we can come to work and do something that we love every single day, I think it definitely lessens the blow when it comes to that because, how cool is it that we get to wake up every morning and do what we love to do?
Yeah.
There's some people out there that are waking up, going to a job they don't like, to ultimately, just to earn a paycheck,
Yeah.
When things get hard, we have to understand that, and at least our stuff is fun. I'm out there playing music. We're out there having fun. We're yelling and hollering, and we have fun out there. Yeah, sometimes it's time to take it serious, but majority of the time it's a pretty fun time,
Yeah, definitely. Obviously, money is important because obviously we all need money to pay our bills. But what I was just trying to get at is that I think that there's something bigger than, well, obviously the money would come, but I value more knowledge and learning and, oh my God, learning to do something new or just, because you never stop learning in this business.
That's very true. All right, what other question you got for me?
So let's talk about some real truths about the car business. And
oh boy.
One of the questions.
Please be careful with what
I
you
know.
ask. I'm going to have to answer it.
Oh my God, I know. What are some of the biggest misconceptions that people have about dealerships? And we have talked about this.
Well,
before.
I mean, they're misconceptions now or to us, but they are truths.
Yes.
Back in the 90s, there was a lot of salespeople that put a bad name in our business. They used to throw, trade keys in the roof so a customer won't leave.
Wow.
They used to do illegal stuff. They used to do a lot of different things. I mean, even though they're misconceptions now, I don't blame them because a lot of people in the 90s, before a lot of laws were put into place, put a bad name on us. Now, it is our job and it is our duty to make sure that we change that.
Yes.
We change that around. So we have to make sure that we change that that view that people and customers have in our industry. Unfortunately, it's unfortunate that some people in the 90s and in the early 2000s got to take advantage of a lot of people, but now every single dealership out there is tagged with that. So now we have to change that. we have to make sure that we change the narrative. We have to change the perception that a lot of these customers have. And how do we do that? By posting stuff in social media.
Being transparent.
Being transparent. I mean, transparency is the biggest thing. Here, we're actually live streaming right now. Come on in, Oscar. What's up? Come on in. Come on in. In the live stream, they said that they add shit like VIN etching and jack crap on cars. Yeah, that's true. They used to do that. All right. What is this? This is Oscar, my service advisor.
Top dog.
Just want to let you know. What is this? Let me see. Can I read it out loud?
No, it's private.
It's not. No, it's not private.
Yeah.
Hi, Oscar. Just wanted to follow up on my note earlier. Since you've already fleet services. Oh, wow. Okay. Approved shops. So you're going to get more fleet services?
Always number one.
More fleet? So you're going to get more fleet accounts?
Yeah.
Hey,
Number one.
who's number one and who's number two?
I'm number one. I don't know who's number two.
Oh, first of all, hey, you got to compete
Eddie
with
Flowers?
Eddie Flowers. So that's the type of stuff that I'm talking about right now. You know, who just walked in right now was my service advisor, Oscar Tames. And this is the type of motivation that I'm talking about, Adriana.
Yes.
And I hope this is what I feed into everyone. He walked all the way from the service department, all the way to my office. Again, we're filming a podcast right now. We're filming, videos. We're live streaming. We're doing all this stuff. He walked it past my office with a paper, and I still told him. I didn't say, hey, we're filming. Stay out there. I told him, come on in.
Yeah.
And why did he do that? Because he wanted to come and show me this paper that said that he ended up getting, again, this is a service manager. He ended up getting 5 new fleet trucks for us to service in our service department because of his previous great experience with another client that referred him over. So we have 5 more new trucks to service and fleet. So that's the type of stuff that I like, guys. The fact that he was so excited that he had 5 more fleet trucks. He came over here and he wanted to let me know that. I hope that's what people say micromanaging is. He could have gone to go show his service manager. Why did he come to me?
Exactly.
Because
you do take the time to establish this relationship with your.
That's why I don't agree with people calling me a micromanager. I said, if you want to call that micromanaging, I'm sorry. I've been doing the business wrong for so many years, but hey, here I am, right? I mean, at the end of the day, I'm gonna accept him in, and he was proud of what he did.
Yeah.
Why should I? Why should I not do that? He's like, go tell your service manager. I have nothing to do with you. Yeah. No, I don't agree. So, back to our question.
Back to your questions. I mean, you have talked about your journey before, but let's dive into it a little bit more, because you went from the sales floor to a general manager. I mean, and that's something I aspired to do as well. So how did you get started, once again, in the car business? Tell us, again, a more detailed version of how you got started.
Okay, how I got started in the car business. Well,
no, but go in detail, because you have given the short answers on previous lives. People do ask you all the time.
Okay, let's see.
Give us a good story.
All right.
No, give us a real story.
Okay. All right. So everyone knows that I came in the car business when I was 18 years old, straight out of Whataburger, and I passed by the dealership.
Where were you living at the time?
I was living in Elsa.
Elsa?
At Couch Elsa, and I was driving from Whataburger to Whataburger. So.
What do you mean Whataburger to Whataburger?
So like it was like the headquarters.
Oh, okay.
We had the headquarters. So I'm driving, and as I'm going to the Whataburger headquarters, they're gonna go and they're gonna have to go talk to me because I was already a manager at the time and everything. I see. I went over there, and I thought I was gonna be at Whataburger forever.
Really?
Whataburger has a good program. They have profit sharing. The general managers make a lot of money.
Wow.
I mean, so I wanted to do Whataburger forever. Now, unfortunately, it was my first betrayal ever.
Wow.
I had a coworker, say some things about me, and at age, 17 and a half, about to be 18, I get fired.
No.
Yeah, so as I'm driving back from La Feria all the way past to go to Ed Couch, I passed by a dealership called Ed Payne Motors, which is our sister store right now. And I said, you know what? I'm sad. I wanted to do this for the rest of my life. I really saw myself being a general manager at Whataburger. I pulled over to the car dealership. I got off of my car, and I could have just gone in there and, asked for unemployment, whatever the case may be. But I stopped at the dealership. I got off, and I said, I want to talk to the general manager. The general manager pulled me aside, and I said, I want to sell cars. And he goes, well, Adrian, you know this is 100% commission. I said, that's fine. Can you get me hired ASAP before I change my mind? He goes, okay, well, so what experience do you have? None. That's it. I have no experience. Wow. I mean, I never even thought, I don't even like cars, guys. Like, I'm not a car fiend that, hey, people get in this business because they love cars. I've never changed a tire in my life.
You don't even know what different oils.
I don't.
You don't know.
Yeah, I don't. So at the end of the day, I got hired as a salesperson, and then, the rest is history.
What was one of your biggest mistakes early on in your career that you would say?
My biggest mistake? How early? Because my career has been nothing but mistakes.
Early. I mean, like, what was the mistake that you did your first month in on the floor?
My first mistake that I did, I skated one of the veteran salespeople.
Oh my God! Did you get beat up?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. I didn't get beat up, but I got thrown some papers in a box and shit.
No.
Because I didn't know. I don't know what skating meant. He's like, hey, that's my customer. It's like, well, they just came on the lot.
They didn't ask for the other person. You just kind of.
Correct. Exactly.
Did you get a half deal at least out of that? No?
From that day on, everybody in that dealership hated me.
Oh my God.
I didn't know. Nobody taught me. I mean, they literally said, here you go. Here's your paint shirt. Go outside, sell a car. First customer I get happens to be from a veteran salesperson.
Who had been there how long?
Who had been there at the time 10 years.
No.
But he's still there right now.
As a salesperson?
I think he's a manager now, but he's within the group. He's within the paint group.
Wow.
And he was extremely pissed off. He's still with the paint group. And he probably doesn't remember that story, but I do.
Yeah.
And all the managers backed him up, and I was the new kid, and how could I do that? I didn't even know what I was doing wrong.
Yeah.
I don't know what I was doing wrong, to be honest. So yeah, I got in trouble for that. And then instead of my manager sitting me down and say, hey, this is what skating is. When somebody has a customer, you have to ask if they're here with someone. If they're not here with someone, then you can grab them. But if they're here with someone, you got to go take them to that some person so they could sell it, and stuff. And but nobody did. I just had to say, well, I did something wrong. I don't know what it was.
Yeah.
But we'll see what happens.
That's crazy. Well, that wouldn't happen this time.
And I'm gonna give it away who he is, and hopefully he's looking at the podcast and he actually sees. But later on, months later, I ate one of his pizzas, and since I didn't buy the pizza, it was for everyone. But he put it in the tower, and he goes, "All right, I bought pizzas for everyone." When I went in there and I grabbed a slice, he says, "No, it's for everyone except you." And then I'm
Did
like,
that hurt your feelings?
No, it didn't. I grabbed the pizza and I ate it.
Oof.
So then he grabbed the pizza and what was it? He grabbed the pizza and says, "This is my pizza." So then I ate it. So then I grabbed the pizza and I threw it in his face.
Oh my God.
And yeah, on that one I did get beat. I did get my ass kicked.
Yeah,
I got beat up on that one.
Oh my God. Talk about mistakes early on.
Oh yeah. I had the whole dealership hating me within. I kind of like my career right now. I have everyone hating me within a month of knowing, I just didn't know. I don't know what you don't know.
Exactly.
I'm going to make a shirt that says, I don't know what I don't know.
Guys, be ready for our merch line to drop. When did you realize that you wanted to be a general manager? Was it, it couldn't have been when you were selling on the floor. Was it when you were also a finance director?
It was, so there's this author called John Maxwell. Mm-hmm. And in Whataburger, I was given a book.
Yeah.
And in that book, it stated that you need to write down your long-term, short-term, and everything goals. And then you need to put them in your binder, and you need to look at them on a daily basis.
Yeah.
From the day I started, I created the plan that I still have to this day, which is I want to own a store.
Yeah.
But everyone saw that my goals were very unachievable, right? Well. They're like, dude, you just started in the business 1 month, and you're already putting a long-term goal as owning a store?
Yeah.
So then I created the path from where I wanted to go into management, I wanted to go into sales, I wanted to so on and so forth. So, here we are, not even halfway through my long-term goals, but we're fighting every single day.
That's awesome. What habits would you say helped you move up in the car business?
Working harder than anybody else.
Was it the long hours? Was it what would you say?
Sure. Long hours. Just working harder than anybody else. This ain't rocket science.
Yeah.
It's just the race to whoever can work the hardest, to be honest with you.
That's good. That's why that's why sales, like this business really does reward discipline, consistency, the follow-ups, like little things like that. You have to set those habits from the get-go to be successful in the car business.
Yep, that is very true. That is very true.
And asking for a friend.
Oh, boy.
What advice would you give someone who wants to reach leadership? I wonder who that friend could be.
Yeah, don't let things get to your head. Yeah, don't let things get to your head.
Just focus.
Yep. You're gonna
Get your eyes on the prize.
Yeah, be ready. Be ready to get hated on, and just don't let it affect you. Just move on forward. Yeah, I don't know. Apparently, some advice I gave you was terrible advice. While he eats Dorito chips from his love
couch.
Seat.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
I just love people that like, oh, that's terrible advice. Never developed anyone in their life.
Yep.
Never trained anyone in their life, or has probably been in the business 30, 35 years and hasn't achieved anything.
That's very true. I
So,
mean, you never know. I mean, guys,
like
be
those,
nice.
like those type of things, those type of comments. That's terrible advice. What is he doing for the industry? What is he doing for his industry? Right.
Just reading
So
comments.
at the end of the day, it's like you just got to take it with a grain of salt and do what you can. Am I going to question the advice I gave you because somebody on the live stream said that that's terrible advice when that person hasn't really achieved anything in their life?
Yeah. Well, we don't know that. We're assuming, but
He's on TikTok. Okay.
yeah. Sorry, I'm just trying to play devil's advocate.
He's on TikTok.
I'm trying to defend you, man.
And you should see his profile
Oh
picture.
my God. Let's not get into that.
So, all right. Well, what else you got for me before we go?
Before we go, I mean, this is questions that you've gotten, like, you've been bombarded with these questions, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
Why do most salespeople fail? Like, why do they quit within the first year?
Very simple. They quit too early. They give up too early.
Why is that? Is it
Because
is it the environment? Is it the stress? Is it just a combination of everything?
It's a combination of everything and also bad leadership.
I see.
Bad leadership.
So would you say that sales is more of a mindset or a skill?
No, it's a mindset, 100%. I could teach anyone to sell cars.
Can you?
I could teach anyone to sell
Let's
cars.
go. Let's go
I could
teach.
teach over
Our
here at
editor.
Edmundo, I could teach Edmundo to sell cars. I could make him into a 10-car guy easily.
Oh, wow.
Right? So
There we
when
go.
you're ready, Edmundo, we're going to...
Oh, let's go. shout out to Edmundo.
Yeah, the selling car part is not that hard. It ain't rocket science, It's very easy. It's a mindset. If you're willing to put in the time, put in the work, and deal with me on a single day basis, I'm going to make you good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the problem, dealing with me on a single daily. I mean, ask my wife. She deals with me on a daily basis, and she sometimes goes crazy. Ask my daughter. I drive her nuts. She says
bet.
that I'm always annoying, So,
I bet.
So I give it up to them. I think they'll be great salespeople because they get to deal with me on a daily basis. But
I think your daughter would be great in sales.
honestly, I'd be so proud. I don't want to push her into it, but it'd be nice if she did.
Yeah.
I'd be a lot happier if she became something on her own, like an artist or something.
Yeah,
like that. So,
she's super talented. Shout out to Luna.
shout out Luna, and we'll probably put her in a video this
Yes,
weekend.
we should.
Well, we're going to wrap this up. I don't know how long we've been filming, but we'll wrap it up. And guys, thank you for joining us. Hopefully we get to do this more often. And Adriana, thank you. We'll figure out who our next guest is going to be.
Exactly. Let's figure out our next guest. Hopefully, and we do get a different scenery on episode 2.
Oh my God, she wants to have a whole studio and
I
everything. I told her
do.
we'll figure it out. But
I
put
do, guys.
Put in the comments below what questions you guys have regarding the car business or any misconceptions, or if you're thinking about joining the car business, what questions you may have, service, sales, all that good stuff.
Alrighty.
All
Thank you, guys.
Thank you guys. See you on the next one.
Thank you. See you on the next one.